Ciao, this is Rel Jackson. I'm a brand ambassador for Magical Pose. Magical Pose is a clothing line for men, women, and most teens. You can find them on Instagram, Magical Pose, MAGICALPOSE. You can find them online at magicalpose.com, MAGICALPOSE.com. And you can even Google search Magical Pose Apparel and find their website that way. Now, due to COVID, you may experience some shipping delays from 7 to 14 days. Be advised, all orders will be shipped within 3 to 5 days after processing. Your first email is with the confirmation and receipt. Your second email is when it's shipped with tracking information. Free shipping on all orders, $150 or more. No promo code needed. Feel free and check out their catalog. They have things ranging from women's bodycon dresses, candy painted women's twist front tanks, zipper pouch, jackets, backpacks, crop top windbreakers, t-shirts, hoodies. And if you want a discount with the Magical Pose, because you're with Rel Jackson, use discount code MPREL333. MPREL333. Thank you for shopping with Magical Pose. I hope you like what you get. Feel free, hit me back. Let me know what you think. And I will see you guys later. Bye.
Hey, Rel.
Hey, baby. This is Rel, and welcome to the back of the classroom. Today, we're going to talk about how should you treat yourself. And that's something I don't think enough people kind of quite get. So, did a little research, and the best answer I can come up with is to treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Right? So let's break that down. Are you responsible for helping anyone? Right? Who do you genuinely care about? Who do you genuinely love? Who would you take the most? You're not willing to risk much. You want to make sure they have the best. You want to make sure that they're good. You want to make sure they have everything of value and whatever it is that they need, right? Whether it be a parent, whether it be a child, your pet, right? So let's go with something most people can kind of get, right? Let's say you have a brother. Oh, let's say you have a child, right? Boom. You have a child. You love this child. You care about this child. The doctor tells, child gets sick. Doctor says, okay, well, it's nothing serious. They just need to make sure they drink more water, 3 square meals a day, a multivitamin, and 8 hours of sleep. And then take that child home and you go like, listen, make sure you get 8 hours of sleep. In fact, we're going to the store and we're going to get you these multivitamins. And I don't remember you eating today. I'll make sure you get breakfast. And then around 12, 1 o'clock, you're going to get lunch. And around 5 or 6, you're going to get dinner. You're going to eat all your food. And you're going to make sure you get 8 hours of sleep. And make sure you wake up in the morning, you have water. And with breakfast, you're going to have some water. And with lunch, you're going to have some water. And with dinner, you're going to have some water. And then you can have juice, sparingly. Even if you want a juice with dinner, you're still going to have a cup of water, right? You genuinely care for that person. Here is a professional telling you it's nothing major, but here's an opportunity to make sure that they stay well. You go out your way to make sure, hey, listen, you're going to remind them every day. You're not going to let a time fly by. You're not telling them, hey, I need you to make sure you're on point. Did you drink your water? Did you get 8 hours of sleep? Or what's going on? You want to dig a little bit deeper to see what it is that you can do to help them be stay in good health, right? Because we all know we have people that their health deteriorates, right? If you question it, look at the people older than us. Look at their condition. Are they healthy, right? Do they have medical issues? Do they have any, ailments that could have possibly been avoided if they had taken care of themselves earlier in their childhood? I mean, a lot of times when we're kids, we think we're invincible. We can do whatever we want. We can eat whatever we want to eat. We can take unnecessary risks doing things that we'll turn around and realize, damn, I hurt myself. And now I have this handicap of sorts. I can't move exactly the way I used to move. I can't do the things I used to enjoy because I'm no longer physically fit or physically capable of doing something. And it's because we did things that, because we felt we was invincible, we didn't calculate what it would do to us long term. We only calculated what it would do to us in the immediate. Yo, if I jump off this fire escape from the second floor, I bet you I can land on it. You would. You can land on grass and you won't break your legs. You're good, right? You didn't hurt your ankle or nothing. But the amount of stress you put on your knees and ankles just hurt your ability to walk properly, possibly when you're 50, when you're 60. Can't run around with the grandkids because you forgot you jumped off that second floor fire escape unnecessarily. It wasn't a fire. You didn't need to. You were just having fun. You was being a daredevil. And you took that unnecessary risk. And now you're in a situation where you can't do things later on in life. But of course, some of the issues that we have as people is that we'll do things and we're only thinking about the moment. You know what I'm saying? YOLO, you only live once. But that one life can be more than just the moment. That one life can last 50, 60, 70, 80 years. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and God bless their soul, they had a 90th birthday. 90. How many people we know living to 90? What was their eating regimen? What was their, how did they come up? Like, that's jewels that we can look at and be like, all right, listen, I want to be 92. Like, I want to live that long. I want to be able to see things. I want to see the world change and progress. I want to give the people that's coming after me knowledge and help them progress because I want them to do better than I'm doing. But if you start taking unnecessary risks and you hurt yourself, you might not be here. You eating all the salts, it gives you high cholesterol. That's killing people at an alarming rate. You having lots of sugar, that's killing people at an alarming rate with the diabetes. Where we're doing too much in the negative because that negative is taxing us on the years that we can have later on at the end of our lifespan, if you follow. So look at how you treat a person you care about. That's how you should treat yourself. Treat yourself, put yourself to those same regimens. You know what? I need to drink more water. I need to get 8 hours of sleep. You know what? I need to take a multivitamin because I might not get all the vitamins and minerals I get from my everyday foods. There's certain vitamins and minerals we should have every day. Went over that in a previous podcast. So if you're not getting those vitamins, minerals, then get a multivitamin. Try to get that into your system as much as possible, because just like if you have a vehicle you drive, you know it's just not gas you got to put in the car. You got to put oil in it. Helps the parts in the engine move. But you also have something called a transmission, and that transmission has fluid as well. You have brakes. You have brake fluid. You have sensors in the vehicle. Like, there is more than just putting gas into a car. You have to also keep up with the exterior. You got to wash your car. You got to make sure you put wax on it, because if you don't put wax on a car, that wax is a coating that sits over the paint. The paint chips away and your car starts to rust. Now your car is breaking down and no longer looks that good. It cost you in the end more than it would have if you had just took it to the car wash, let them put that little wax on it. And it's temporary. It's not as good as the turtle wax or some of the better known waxes that these manufacturers are coming up with. Science is just crazy. But it's just to say maintenance on your body. The same way you look at your child, the same way if you had a pet. I know people go crazy about their animals. They're quick to make sure the vet says something. Okay, right? We trust the vet a little bit more than we trust doctors. You know, it's the stigma we have with doctors. But at the end of the day, if the vet says, "Listen, your dog," you're not skipping. You're like, "Hey, you look like you're good. You don't need it." Oh, doctor said twice a day for a week. You're gonna get twice a day for a week. Do that for yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat someone you're responsible for helping. Give that same love, give that same energy to yourself. Because then when people turn around and go, "Oh, you gotta love yourself before you can demand someone else to love you." So if you treat yourself the way you're responsible for treating somebody you're helping, now when you demand somebody to help you, or when let's say you choose to get into a relationship, the cool part about it is because you hold yourself to a certain regard, your self-esteem has to be higher, right? And although we might see people we are that we hold to a high regard, they have the same situations we do, right? Like that child has a possibility to be anything. But you matter. You definitely matter. If something happened to you today, I promise you somebody's gonna care about you. Somebody's gonna mourn you. Somebody's gonna wish you was still here. Right? And due to COVID and all the things that's been happening, people that just go and we're just like, damn, we just saw them. If we feel away, right? And as unfortunate as a lot of these things are, and we don't speak ill of the dead, but what happens when it's you and it's not a tragic accident, but it was just a deteriorating thing due to health concerns or due to you taking unnecessary risks that put you in a situation that you're no longer with us? That's heartbreaking. And that, although you're no longer here, what about the ones you care for? What about your loved ones? What position did you just put them in? How are they? Are we thinking about how they would feel after we do something like that? Or are we considering my health issues because I've decided to eat crazy amounts of salty foods and crazy amounts of sugar that I now have an ailment, and I might want to be independent and strong and be like, no, I got this, you ain't got to worry about it. But pay attention that the people who actually care about you is willing to stop what they're doing, stop living their life to check on you and make sure that you're good. How hard is that on somebody else because they care about you, that they're willing to stop living their life just for that moment to make sure you're good and make sure you're all right, all because the situation that you're in might not be the best. And you have a contribution to the world. You have a contribution to society. You have a contribution to your family. You mean something. You are somebody. And you might not have found your place, or you might not feel like your contribution is massive. But just imagine that 10 years ago, you held yourself to this high regard. You took more of your health serious. You took more of your education serious. You looked at your life and said, I don't want to work till I'm 65, going from job to job to job to job to job, just to enjoy retirement where I don't have to go to work and I have this money coming in and I can do, like, what can you do at 65 when you probably can do it better at 25, or you could probably do it at 35, or you could probably do it at 45. So we take our education serious and we just go, hey, listen, I want better. I'm over here making somebody else's dreams come true and I'm not making sure mine's come true. But you're definitely going to tell your child, hey, listen, go to school, get your education, start a business, do this, do that, learn things. Like, you have this information you can give the person you care about, but give that same information to yourself. Absorb it, use it. Because now translates into a relationship. If you treat yourself a certain way, like you care about yourself, couldn't nobody come to you and disrespect you, because it's like, wait, you move different. Like, oh, Okay, so you take these things serious and you take those. All right, so you're a serious person. You like to have fun, but you understand life isn't a game. You have things you want to accomplish. Your health matters. Your well-being matters. So you're not taking unnecessary risk, and the people that come around you recognize that and go, you know what? I'm not gonna waste your time. Or the people who are around you, they see what you're about, and they're like, oh, I like that. And then what you're doing is you're showing people, because you hold yourself to a certain level of accountability and your self-esteem is high enough, couldn't nobody try to tear you down. It's either they can be with you and vibrate on your frequency, or they not. And then they can go their own way. It's okay. Not everybody is for everybody. And I found an article on this independent.co.uk, and it talks about 50 ways you can show somebody you care. So imagine doing these things for yourself. Cook them their favorite meal, make a cup of tea without being asked, ask if they're okay, a spontaneous hug, giving a compliment, text them to see how they are, saying thank you for something, listening to them when they need to offload, saying I love you for no reason, sharing your food with them. Now, these things you can do for others, but you can find ways of incorporating it to yourself. It doesn't have to just be something that's only given. You can also give it to yourself. Remembering important days like anniversaries. Remember good moments. Put it in your calendar. Celebrate your victories. Even if it was a year ago. Oh, I remember I got this job last year. I did good. Look where I'm at a year from when I started that. You can remember your own triumphs, your own victories, your own wins. Right? Buying little presents for no reason. Treat yourself. Pamper yourself. Get your hair done. Get your nails done. Go ahead and do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. And then, again, when it translates to a relationship and when you're dealing with people on any other type of level, oh, well, you're doing this and this for yourself. It encourages the person to see what you like, see what you prefer, and help you in those same things that helps build those bonds and relationships because people know how you conduct yourself. Oh, okay. Well, you like this, and this. They can help you treat yourself. Oh, I see you like to get your hair and nails done. Let me pay for the next one for you. Oh, I see you like, on Fridays you celebrate a good week. Let me pay for your meal. Like, let me take you out. Let's celebrate together. Little things like that, because you're setting the tone. You're setting the example for how you treat yourself and you don't take anything less. It's easy for somebody to come with you and help you, or at least do the things you do for yourself for you, right? Because it's very easy where if you're doing something for yourself, for somebody to go, oh, well, hey, let me help you with that. Versus some people demanding something from somebody else they don't even do themselves. Do you own a Birkin bag? No, I'm not buying you a Birkin bag. I'll get you the same type of bag you get. Like, I'm going to keep you on your level. I'm not going to elevate you. That's not my job. My job is, if I'm getting to know you, make things for you possibly a little bit easier because I enjoy your company. Oh, you have an issue with that? Let me help you with that. I'm giving you assistance in something you're already doing. And it reciprocates. You're not going to buy me a car because you see my car is broken down. But if I'm paying to get my car fixed and you're like, oh, well, I ride in the car with you, let me help out with that. That's okay. Like, it reciprocates. So we're helping each other do for each other that we're already doing for ourselves. And it's very encouraging and it reciprocates back and forth. It says saving the last biggest piece of cake, offering to help them with cleaning, taking interest even in subject matter, even if you're not interested, watching their favorite TV or favorite film, cooking a healthy meal, giving them a bigger portion of your cooked food, recording their favorite TV show, buying them their favorite treat to surprise them, recording something you think they might like to watch, making them breakfast in bed, cooking a meal you don't really like to, but they do, right? Do cleaning chores, take an interest in something you know they like, such as a favorite football team, sending them flowers for no reason, taking them out for a surprise meal, offering household chores they hate to do, It's not that they don't do it; they just hate to do it. Oh, I hate washing dishes. You offer to wash dishes? Damn, I appreciate that. Like, that's a real big help. You're taking a little bit of the burden off of something that, again, I'm already doing. It's the easiest way to just build a repertoire with somebody, especially if y'all can be around each other and enjoy each other's time and company. That just comes easy because it's something that you're already doing. Let me pitch in. Let me help out. I roll my sleeves up. Oh, you digging your car? Let me help you. Like, let me get the shovel. You take a break. We alternate. Helping just a little bit. It goes a long way. Taking part or helping them to train in a challenge such as a charity run with them. Giving them your last chocolate. Like, there's buying tickets to a show or concert. Giving them a better way to do things. Getting up with the kids and letting them stay in. Putting a note in with their lunch. Posting a thank you or a nice post to them on social media. Leaving them water when you know they're going to wake up with a hangover. Improving their diet. All things you can do for yourself as well as for others, but when you do it for yourself, it sets the tone for the people who will come into contact with you, who want to spend time with you, who want to be with you. Right? And then even to the degree where here we're doing better for ourselves. Some people might argue that, when they say the good die young, or when something happens to an unborn child, when you have a stillborn, or a child is born and then there's a tragic accident, and a lot of people can go, like, we got to cherish our children. That child can be the next Nobel Peace Prize winner. That child could come up with the cure for cancer. That child can develop something that ends world hunger, like can just make a bigger, better impact on the world, right? But what if that was supposed to be you? What if you're that person, but because you didn't put enough interest in yourself, you didn't treat yourself the way you would treat somebody you care for and that you're responsible for helping, you didn't fulfill your life's promise or your life's goal or whatever it is your purpose was, you didn't fulfill it. What happens now? Can we turn back the time? No. But can we make a change today? Can we do something now to improve that? It's possible. I don't think it's ever too late. I believe even if you couldn't be the one to do it, you can help usher that in, right? You can help promote that positive thinking because you do it to yourself. And I think we all can do better with treating ourselves better. We can all do better with loving ourselves and giving ourselves what we need to sustain ourselves and put us in a better position. Why would we take unnecessary risk with our own health? Why would we take unnecessary risk with our ability in the future to do the things we're looking at the older generation not be able to do? If you see people at 50, 60 walking around with a cane and you like, damn, like there's so much you can't do because you can't move that fast. And then we're sitting here looking at ourselves like, well, I'm going to keep on running and jumping off of these, buildings and taking these unnecessary risks. Even if it's like if you're speeding and it's unnecessary, you can get into an accident. You can hurt yourself. I know a lot of people who, when it rains, certain parts of their body just start aching, and with the snow and the compression of the way the air works when storms come. That's a little physics when it comes to weather, but something happens in the atmosphere. There's a compression, and that works on your body. It's the same way how the high tide, low tide, your body's in the earth with water is the same. It has the same ratio of water to the body. So if there's a high tide and a low tide, that's pressure, right? And that pressure also works on your body. It also works with the joints, which is why you should drink lots of water just to keep your body able to just be buoyant, right? So how did you get into your accident? Sometimes it's not your fault. I'm not trying to place blame. I'm just bringing awareness that unnecessary risk can lead to harm that might not necessarily affect you in the moment. You might be able to survive from a car flipping over 3, 4, 5 times, but how are you going to feel years down the road as when it snows, when it rains? How does your body now react to it? Can you have as much fun as you once could, but now you can't because it's raining and my back hurt, my knees hurt, my joints are aching because I did a couple of stupid things when I was younger, or I didn't calculate the risk of how it would impair the things that I could do later on in life. Something to think about. I feel we have a responsibility to ourselves first, and then we can look outward, and then people can see, listen, I don't go for this and listen, I don't go for that, and have a better mindset for ourselves, just so we can have the quality of life that we want. I feel as if we look at life and we go through it winging it without no real foundation or structure, and then we get to a certain place that we don't like it, we're not taking accountability for us putting ourselves in that situation. It's easier to blame somebody else without realizing every decision I made is a decision I made. And regardless of the influences and the people that was around us, I made those choices. So I'm going to own it. I did what I did that put me in a situation where I'm in today. Some of the things I can be proud of, some of the things not so much, but I can learn from it. In the same way how you can look to somebody that you love and care for and you're responsible for helping, you want them to acknowledge their faults. You want them to make better decisions. So then you got to take that same energy towards yourself. You got to stop and be like, listen, I ain't blaming nobody no more. I did what I did because of me. I was reckless. I chose to do those things, and you know what? I need to do better. I'm holding myself accountable. This day forward, moving forward, I'm holding myself accountable. And I'm not going to let somebody else dictate my happiness, my joy, my decisions in life. I can hear you, and I can evaluate and process my own thoughts, and I can process what I want to do and how I'm going to go about doing it. Everybody can give advice, and that's cool. I encourage it. I encourage the conversations. I encourage people to sit there, listen to this, and have those debates and think about what it means to you. Because when you really think about it and you start talking to other people, you have these references and ideas, and you better understand yourself, where you could turn around and say, I don't quite agree with that. I don't quite agree with that. But I respect you and your decisions. I respect what you want to do. I respect where you're at with it. And if that's not something I want to do, then I still have respect for you. Just, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go about doing things my way, and you'll go about doing things your way. The best way I can explain that is know your audience. Know who you're talking to. Establish a baseline, right? Because part of us holding ourselves accountable is knowing what we want to do and what we don't want to do. What we say and what we mean. We got to say what we mean and mean what we say. A lot of times we have these conversations. I'll use a word you don't readily identify, or I haven't made sure we're on the same track with the words I'm using. My version of I'm going to treat myself nicely, or I'm going to treat somebody I care about nicely, might be a different version of nice to you. Nice could mean something completely different. So sometimes I have to show you by example, and those examples is going to have to come to light, and everybody has to see that. So if you made it this far, thank you. Got my bike like hoodie. You can find it on Rails Locker. I'll put the link in the bottom in the description. Check it out. I hope you like what you see. You can find me on social media platforms. Let me know what you think. Feel free. Order what you like. It can come to you. I want to say it's been coming to people kind of quick. It gives you a tracking number. It gives you information once you make your purchase. I'm super excited about it. I've had a couple of people make some orders already, and they've gotten it. They liked it. I've been posting pictures on Instagram. Yeah, super excited, super dope about that. I want to thank everybody who supported me this far in the podcast. I want to thank everybody who has supported, checked out my store, and already made purchases. I thank you, those who are comfortable sending me the pictures so I can post it, or you post it on your own social media. Tag me in, Rel Jackson, hashtag Rel Jackson, hashtag Rel's Locker. I love you. Bye.